Hello, everyone. I have an announcement I have to make. Um, a few weeks ago, I met with a cardiologist. I had been referred there because of some symptoms I've been having um, regarding my heart. My family has a history of heart disease, especially hypertension and heart attacks. My dad has had 2 bypasses for a total of 8, I believe, or 7 or 8, and his brother died of a massive heart attack. My grandfather, their father, died of heart problems, and so given the symptoms, although they were mild, which was for those of you who understand VTs, PACs, and PVCs, the cardiologist suggested that I get a stress test, and also he said the insurance probably won't cover it, but also he said I should get a calcification scan. For those of you who don't know, when you get plaque buildup around your heart, calcium gets trapped there too. And the reason plaque can build up there is because the veins or arteries where the plaque is have been damaged. And so the plaque covers it. And eventually there's so much plaque that the vein or artery underneath can burst, leading to a blood clot that can get into your heart or get into your brains, cause a heart attack or a stroke, or just stop the blood flow in that area. And he said that the scan can see how much calcification there is, which can give them a fairly good indication of how much plaque you've got there without having to do an invasive surgery like an angiogram, which is the gold rule for determining how much plaque you've got. And that requires they open up a hole in your groin, and then they run a special camera tube up to your heart, and they look at everything to find where the blockages are and how bad they are. So I guess it was the better part of a month ago, I had the stress test with USG, which aside from their mechanical sphygmometer failing, and having to use the manual one, it went well. I didn't have any problems, but the thing of it is stress tests, unless you're actually having a heart attack during the stress test, can't evaluate for the risk of heart attack. Because my dad, like a week or so before, he had his almost heart attack, which he diverted by taking some aspirin, but a week before he'd had a stress test and passed it with flying colors. And right before the stress test with USG, and when I say USG, they use a ultrasound, and they looked at parts of my heart to see whether it was flowing correctly and stuff like that. And so right before that, I'd had the calcification scan, which is an MRI scan, and I got the results. And I spoke to my cardiologist on Friday, who sadly doesn't know squat about diet, other than to say I should get on a Mediterranean diet. I asked him, well, what about keto? What about what Cyrus Kambata and Dr. Ravi Barbaro are promoting? Anything else? A DASH diet even? And he couldn't say anything even about the DASH diet, which is famous for helping people with heart problems. And this is a problem in the medical community in many countries, is that doctors are taught very, very little about good nutrition. And on top of that, nutritionists, often if you need to see a nutritionist, your insurance might not pay for it. Okay, so the stress test, I passed with flying colors, no problem whatsoever. And when the machine failed to work correctly to determine my blood pressure, I said, well, do you want me to do the treadmill again? I can do it again, no problem, because it was so easy. And he said, no. So they never got a valid ending blood pressure. But it didn't matter. The calcification scan put me in the 50th to 75th percentile compared to men of my age for plaque buildup, which means I have more than at least half of the population. And so the doctor said, well, you need to get on statin and baby aspirin. And I said, well, I'm already on a lot of medications. I'd prefer not to be. Can you give me any advice about diet? No, just take the Mediterranean diet, and I can't really tell you anything more because I don't know anymore. Which was, I was very thankful to him for telling me about the calcification scan. But I was very disappointed also because he couldn't tell me more about diet, about what to avoid and things like that. Well, I've been doing my own research and I've been learning about that. I know I need to know to avoid fats, and especially the saturated fats and trans fats, obviously. So the he didn't feel I needed an angiogram, which was great. I was not looking forward to that, although I was kind of excited about the idea of seeing into my heart, because I would have told them I want to be awake, I want to see my heart, because I've done that, for colonoscopies and endoscopies. Anyways, so the ultimate message I want to deliver is because of the diagnosis of having that much plaque buildup in my heart, because I've been having these little sensations in different areas around my heart, that I've taken an aspirin after I feel them and they go away. I need to change my diet, and thus I've got a large amount of stuff that I picked up to do reviews. I mean, it's way more than I probably should have picked up, but I need to change my diet. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to slowly go through what I've got. I will not be picking up anything else that is bad for my health, that will contribute to further problems with heart disease. And that means you're not going to see things that you might want to see. I'm going to be avoiding dairy. I'm going to be avoiding meat. I'm going to be avoiding saturated fats, which probably means I'm going to mostly avoid chocolate, one of my favorite foods in the world, because chocolate typically has 5 to 10 grams of fat in it per serving. So I'm really sorry. Maybe some of you are going to be disappointed with me because I'm not going to be reviewing things that you want me to review. But the fact of the matter is I don't get paid to do this. This comes from my own resources, and I'm a widower with 2 teenage kids. I can't afford to die or be incapacitated by a stroke just to do these videos. So that may sound selfish, but I'm not even presenting to you guys medical facts about the food that I review. Not that I'm a nutritionist or a dietitian even. I really hope that you understand, but I have to change my diet. I have to save my life. So you're mostly just going to see stuff that is good for me and maybe you don't like. Sorry. Fruits, vegetables, maybe fish, legumes, whole grains, no processed foods. I'm going to be cutting out processed foods. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to do the most important thing that I've learned to do, which is to set my mind to it, to change my mindset about what I'm doing, whatever it is that I need to do so that I can be successful. And I'm going to be successful at this. I'm going to resist the temptations, and so I can be around my kids for a long, long time. Thanks for understanding. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching my videos. And if you can, please like and subscribe. And hope you have a wonderful day.